There was a woman named Lindiwe who lived in a small village. She was known by everyone for her intelligence and hard work. While most women learned how to care for their homes, Lindiwe spent her time learning from the village elders and trading at the market. Over time, she became one of the most successful businesswomen around, and people from other villages came to ask for her advice. She loved her work, and her dream was to build a great business. One afternoon, after a busy day at the market, Lindiwe saw a new person by the village well. His name was Dumo, a traveler who had just moved nearby. When she went to draw water, he greeted her and spoke kindly about her hard work, admiring her strength. Although Lindiwe was focused on her business, she found herself thinking about Dumo. In the days that followed, Dumo would visit her shop and they would chat and laugh together. He wasn't bothered by her success and always encouraged her. Soon, they became close friends, and Lindiwe felt a new warmth in her heart. She was happy but also unsure as her feelings for Dumo grew deeper. One evening, Lindiwe sat by the fire in her small hut, thinking about her life. She loved Dumo, but she also loved her independence. She had always been strong and in control, and the thought of losing that control scared her. She had seen other women in the village leave their dreams behind to become wives and mothers. Was that what her future held? The next day, Lindiwe went to see the village elder. Gogonomsa, I have a question that troubles me. Speak, child. I am listening. Gogonomsa replied. I am in love, Lindiwe said softly. But I am afraid that if I give my heart to this love, I will lose my independence. I don't want to become someone who forgets herself. I have worked hard to be successful. I worry that love will make me weaker. Gogonomsa took Lindiwe's hand and said, Love does not have to weaken you. True love can make you stronger, but you must learn to balance both your heart and mind. You are creating a new path, Lindiwe. Trust both your head and your heart. Though Gogonomsa's words were wise, Lindiwe still felt unsure. She wanted to believe she could have both her career and her love, but doubt stayed with her. As days passed, Lindiwe struggled with her feelings, and Dumo noticed her change. She seemed distant and worried. One day, Dumo asked, Lindiwe, what is troubling you? She answered honestly, I am afraid, Dumo. I am afraid that if I love you, I might lose myself. Dumo looked at her kindly. Lindiwe, I love you for who you are. I want to support you, not change you. You don't have to choose between love and independence. We can create a life where both exist. Dumo never tried to take her independence away. He wanted to share her journey. But one day, things took a difficult turn. Dumo's family came to visit, and his mother, Masibanda, didn't agree with his choice. She thought a wife should be at home, not running a business. In the village square, Masibanda spoke loudly, questioning how a woman who spent her days in the market could be a good wife. Whispers soon spread, and Lindiwe felt hurt by their words. One day, Masibanda confronted Lindiwe directly, saying, You think you can be both a wife and a businesswoman? My son deserves a wife who will care for him, not someone who is chasing coins all day. Though hurt, Lindiwe stayed calm. I love your son, and I care for him, she said, "but I also have dreams, and I won't give them up." Masibanda shook her head, saying, "You will have to choose. A woman cannot do both." Lindiwe felt torn. She had worked so hard to stay independent, but now it seemed like it was all slipping away. She wondered if Dumo would stand by her or if he would listen to his family. Late that night, as Lindiwe sat alone, Dumo came to her. "I know my family words have hurt you, but remember, they don't speak for me," he said. "And what do you say, Dumo?" Lindiwe asked, unsure. "I love you," Dumo replied, "and I believe in you. You don't have to choose between me and your dreams. I will stand with you no matter what." Over time, even Masibanda began to respect her. She saw her son's happiness and Lindiwe's strength as both a partner and a businesswoman. The village also started to accept that maybe Lindiwe's independence could exist alongside her love for Dumo. But as with any journey, challenges awaited them and new changes were yet to come. Lindiwe had just finished a long day at the market when she noticed people gathering and whispering excitedly. They were talking about someone named Zithulele. Years ago, Zithulele had been her first love, but he had left the village to seek fortune. When he left, Lindiwe was heartbroken, but it had driven her to work even harder on her own dreams. She never thought she would see him again. Curious, Lindiwe pushed through the crowd and saw Zithulele standing by the village gate, looking more confident than before. When their eyes met, Zithulele called out her name with a smile, walking towards her. Lindiwe felt a mix of emotions she hadn't expected. She had moved on, but seeing him again brought back memories. In the days that followed, the whole village talked about Zithulele's return. He had become a successful merchant and returned with stories of his travels. One evening, Zithulele visited Lindiwe at her shop, asking to speak with her. They sat down, and Zithulele told her why he had come back. "I left because I wanted to make something of myself before starting a life with you," he explained. "I thought about all these years, Lindiwe, and I want to make things right. I can give you a life where you don't worry about anything. I'll provide for you, and together we can be even more successful." "I am not the same person as when you left," she said. "I have worked hard to be where I am, and I am happy." Zithulele tried to convince her, but Lindiwe stood firm. "I don't need everything, Zithulele. I have love and my independence, and I wouldn't trade that for anything." Zithulele's face showed frustration. "Do you love him more than you once loved me?" Lindiwe took a deep breath. "Yes, I love Dumo because he respects who I am and doesn't ask me to give up anything." Zithulele looked angry. "You will regret this, Lindiwe," he said before storming out. After he left, Lindiwe felt shaken. She hadn't expected Zithulele's return or his strong feelings, but she knew she needed to talk to Dumo and tell him everything. That night, Lindiwe found Dumo by the fire, carving a small wooden figure. She sat down beside him, feeling the weight of what she needed to say. "Dumo," she began, "I have something to tell you. Zithulele, my old love, has returned to the village," she explained. Dumo stayed calm, though she noticed a slight tension. She continued, He came to see me and asked me to be with him again. Dumo set his carving down and looked at her. What did you say? I told him no. Lindiwe replied gently. I told him that I love you. Lindiwe shook her head. I don't have any doubt, Dumo. I choose you because you know and accept who I am. Zithulele is my past, but you are my future. Dumo smiled, relieved. Then, let him stay in the past. One evening, as everyone prepared for the harvest festival, a group of elders arrived at Lindiwe's home, asking her to come to the council hall. She says that something was wrong. When Lindiwe arrived, she saw Dumo waiting, looking troubled. In the middle of the hall stood Zithulele, who announced, I believe Lindiwe has wronged me. She used me to build her business and then left me behind. The villagers gasped and Lindiwe felt shocked. That's not true, she said firmly. I built my success on my own. Zithulele continued, do you believe a woman could rise so quickly on her own? She used my connections and my wealth and then discarded me. Dumo stepped forward to defend her. Zithulele, you have no right to make these accusations. Lindiwe worked hard for her success. You left long ago and had no part in what she built. Zithulele smirked. Then, let her prove it. He challenged. Let her show the council her business records. If there's any connection to me, the truth will come out. Lindiwe knew she had nothing to hide, but she felt exposed. Still, she stood tall. I will provide whatever is needed to clear my name, she replied. But know this, Zithulele, you will not break me with lies. For days, the council reviewed her records, spoke to villagers who knew her, and checked her account. The process was exhausting, but Dumo stayed by her side, reassuring her. We'll get through this, he said. The truth will come out. Just as the council prepared to give its verdict, a messenger arrived with a letter from a wealthy merchant who had worked with both Lindiwe and Zithulele. The letter said, Zithulele's claims are false. As the council read the letter, the village murmured in shock. Zithulele's confidence looked faded, and he was left speechless. The council dismissed his accusations and cleared Lindiwe's name. Though she was relieved, Lindiwe felt shaken by the betrayal of someone she once cared for. But through it all, Dumo had been by her side, showing that their love was stronger than any lies. Continue to build their lives together, stronger, wiser, and more in love than ever. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to Touching African Stories channel for more inspiring tales. Thank you and see you in the next story.